yo-ho-ho, it's Taylor the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11-2 Firestorm, and off to a great start. We've already got the Comet Shot manual. Right, I'm not going back to the bus just yet. In the last episode we arrived here at Nara, so now we're gonna have an explore. And honestly, this place looks truly lovely, so I'm gonna have a good look around, especially when everyone's dialogue is specific to talking about the Prime Minister's abduction, so we can only really talk about that right now. This is the first example we've seen of a magic moves shop. They come up as purple things on the menu. It sells all kinds of special moves that we might need. At the moment I'm a bit low on money and I'm not quite sure who would most benefit from a new special move, so I'm not going to buy any for now. But if you're playing through this game and you want to just get special moves on as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, then that's the way to do it. Over here is the main shop, but generally there's very little need. Oh no, this is Cool Kit, so it sells equipment to raise people's stats, but they're selling pretty poor equipment, let's be honest. It only raised our stats by like 2 points. And meanwhile this daughter just says her dad looks like a fat tanuki. That, you know, raised to be lovely. But what the general vibe we're picking up here from the residents isn't where the Prime Minister could be, but simply that he likes football, but that makes him a good person in Mark's eyes. So, as a treasure chest here, you can see on the top screen, which is the one on the top right, the smaller of the two screens, the bottom screen is definitely more important in this Inazuma 11 game. There's just cherry blossoms everywhere. It's a really good representation of the real Nara. I'm not sure if I've heard of any other video games that have had actual Nara in their games, but oh, this guy's talking about a legendary hero that could be found in Naga. That could be important, maybe. Yeah, this is the Gmap, which is generally useless throughout the whole game. I never need items to restore my stats unless I'm in the flash trading facility equivalent, and they give you enough of those anyway. Let's do a random encounter, seeing as it's a new area with a new background. It's only gain possession of the ball anyway, so that should be super easy, I hope, because the sliding tackle is still OP in Inazuma 11-2. I mean, look at that, 46 power against 1. That guy was never gonna hang on to possession of the ball. So let's go talk to these old people over there.
Everyone makes haikus about cherry blossoms. Mine are much better.
Oh, I thought he was gonna give us an actual haiku, that's a shame. Falling, fluttering, scattering so fleetingly, ah, cherry blossoms.
That's a fine haiku if I do say so myself.
Now this unique looking sprite is probably the guy we're after.
Sorry, no entry for unauthorized personnel. Scram, will you?
And there our search came to a close.
No. You are right. Fear not, the Secret Service are on the case. Anyway, this isn't something for kids to be poking their noses into. Go home.
The Secret Service? Who are they? What do they do? They're special security personnel assigned to guard important people. If they've sealed off Deer Park, it must mean there are important clues in there that little footballing playing children like us shouldn't really be investigating, because we're not part of the police force. We're just proficient with a ball.
What did you just say? Aliens? Talk! What do you know?
And now we've got ourselves interviewed. Oh, look at all the pink!
Miss Victoria! Who are you?
That's how you talk to a girl, Mark.
Listen, you have to let us through. We need to find clues about that alien spot. Aliens? You mean aliens Academy? How do you know that name? We have to make them pay for what they did. Please, let us through. I haven't the faintest idea what you're wittering on about. Aliens? What nonsense. Men, give them the boot. What?
It is, to be fair, pretty ridiculous sounding, the thought of going to an enclosed police area to look for aliens. You know, maybe I could understand it if it was like Area 51.
But what about that girl? She was just a kid, wasn't she?
Kevin, don't push it. We'll get into trouble.
I think we already are in trouble, mate. It looks like getting in through the main entrance might be more difficult than expected, Mark. Let's beat a tactical retreat and see if we can find another way in. I say, in front of the member of the Secret Service.
Right, why don't we go see what the locals have got to say?
That is what we've just been doing, to be fair. Although, maybe there's another screen over here. No, this is the most we can do in Nara for the time being, so I'll just find the right person.
I'm the most helpful and knowledgeable policeman in town. Just ask me if there's ever anything you want to know.
Hey, how about a secret path to get past the Secret Service? Right, that wasn't the guy.
You're not serious? Wow, really?
Huh?
It's true, I swear. You just saw that deer come out of the park, right? Well, that big scary guard took one look at it and started shaking like his legs were made of jelly. You should have heard him. He hid behind a tree sobbing about how he's not good with animals. How'd he manage to get a job as a guard if he's scared of a cute little deer?
Do you think you might know what we might have to do here? So that Secret Service goon is afraid of deer? Interesting. Oh well, we don't have any deers.
I get it. We could coax some deer out, create a diversion and sneak past him.
How are you gonna get the deer to sign up for your plan?
I wonder.
Jay, what are you eating? This is no time for snacks.
There's always time for snacks. I got some tasty Nara deer crackers. Oh, they're tasty. Want one?
Yes, we do want one, as a matter of fact. Because...
Warning, do not, under any circumstances, feed these to deer.
Oh, well, never mind. We can't use them after all. There's so many red herrings in this place. No, we're going to ignore the health and safety rules, because that's what you should always do. And we're gonna try and lure out some deer with these deer crackers. And get the Secret Service goon out of the way. Let's get straight to it then, lads! Take the deer crackers to the guard, and then we can perhaps get up the stairs and see even more of pretty Nara. Celia's already here.
You again? You really don't listen, do you? I'll say this very slowly.
Gosh, it must be hungry work being a big, tough secret agent.
Oh, I see. We're going to trick him into disobeying the rules written on the packet. Right, so we haven't done anything wrong.
What? Please tell me this isn't happening.
No! Okay, I would be afraid if that's what was happening. He's getting punched in the gut by deer there. Wow, it worked!
Don't underestimate the power of deer crackers.
Yeah, I'm sure you could solve anything with a pack of deer crackers. Let's head up then. Oh, me leg! That knock I took in the last match. Oh, it's still hurting.
What's the matter, Nathan?
Nothing. Oh, don't worry about it. And it turned out we weren't gone at all. But now we're up the stairs, and oh, look at the map, it's such a broad place. And now this time, there really are deer everywhere. And the first example of one of these mysterious things that we can't use. Oh! Yeah, a deer's sound is one of those animal noises you'd never really think to do before. Is there a treasure chest here? Yes, very hidden. And it was just a bit of money in the end. But you know, you think of an owl, you go whoo! You think of a dog, you go woof! You think of a cat, you go meow. You think of a fox and you break into an outdated meme. But when you think of a deer, what kind of noise do you make? Inazuma's response to that is to... Oh, whoops. I messed up. Inazuma's response to that is to go... Ow! God, I left this one in because I thought I'd be able to win it in a few seconds, showing off Jude's special move. At least it gives me a chance to show shot blocking instead. There, that gives Jack possession of the ball. I guess I turn this around after all. Give it to Kevin, give it to Jude, and then let's use Twin Boost. But yeah, so deer's just one of those noises which you've never had to think of before, but I think they got as close as they could get. I presume I've never handled a deer in real life. They're not very dear to me. That's right, I made a joke, guys. Good grief, that was poor. Right, so nearly done investigating this part of the map. I might as well heal, seeing as it doesn't cost much at the moment. Right, apparently we've got another pack of crackers on us. Glad we're not getting punched in the gut for it. But yeah, going around the whole of Nara, it makes me want to talk about anime. Because I've not seen that many anime in my life. I've obviously seen a lot of Inazuma 11. I liked Haruhi. There's another one of these. I'm really enjoying School Rumble. I'm going to watch it raced soon. But generally there aren't many I've watched. But there was one that I decided to waste my time on. And that anime was Lucky Star. And I thought it was trash. Oh, let's have a look at these guys then. I mean, they're not particularly important or anything, but still, they've got unique sprites and they're a weird Power Rangers parody. I seem to think Power Rangers is a pretty popular thing in Japan, so we've got Inazuma's equivalent here. Red, yellow, blue, pink. Together we are the Axum Rangers. Except their team name is the Raindows for some reason. But yeah, I thought Lucky Star was trash, and I watched every episode in the whole season, and I hated it, and I regretted ever starting it. But the one episode I did like was when they went to Nara to feed some deer, and it looked just as scenic as it does here, except, you know, with HD animation. That was the one good episode, but it just made me like this area in Inazuma more than anything. It didn't raise my opinion of the show. This park is huge. Yeah, how did those aliens manage to disappear with the Prime Minister from a wide open space like this? Look, check this out. The black football. There's no doubt about it. Alias were behind this. I mean, they did mention the black football in the TV broadcast, to be fair. But apparently it weighs a ton, which they didn't realise when they had possession of the ball when we took them on before.
Well, I should have known we shouldn't have seen the back of you. You've been caught red-handed. That black football proves you're in league with the aliens.
What? What are you on about? You think we're working with them?
Look at us! Do you see any tentacles? We're Earthlings through and through.
Because apparently Alias Academy have tentacles.
And criminal I'll always return to the scene of the crime. Everyone knows that.
Evidence? We just found this black football lying around, that's all. To be fair, you have snuck into a restricted area, which, you know, only the police were allowed to go in. It does actually place some genuine suspicion upon you. But I can confirm, here and now, Mark Evans, despite his inhuman love of football, he's not an alien.
Well, since you're so fond of football, how about a little game against me and the Secret Service?
What? You want to play football? But you're a girl!
By watching how you play, we'll be able to tell right away whether you're telling the truth or not.
You're on, let's do this!
What's football got to do with any of this?
Well, I suppose it can't hurt. And it would be good to see how they handle themselves against a team of grown-ups.
Yeah, that's right, Lena's not just here to be nasty to us. She does actually want to help us get better at football. Do you think they got that huge just from playing football? They're really that well built.
Okay, Miss Victoria, what's the plan? Give us one of your team talks.
Right, here's what we're gonna do.
What? You're the captain of the Secret Service team?
Why are you so surprised? Do you think I'm too young to be a captain? Or is it because I'm a girl?
No, it's not that. It would just... Okay, it's because you're a girl. But the only thing that matters is that you love football.
Oh.
Mark, stop talking to her. She's the enemy.
Yeah, because she's a member of the Prime Minister's Secret Service who's hired to protect the government. Yeah, they're the enemy. And they must have a terrible Prime Minister then. And yet the US President isn't mentioned in all of this. But yeah, we're actually gonna play football with the Secret Service. There's no tournament structure in this game, so we've just got to play football against any old people. That's Inazuma too, but I like it. I must completely admit. So we're gonna play against some grown-ups, and Lena's advice is just play as you normally do, so she can analyse how we play. There's a tutorial showing how shot blocking works, so I guess it works out that I already did it once in a random encounter.